William Balis Sizemore was a free person of color who lived in South Carolina. He was an educated man. We're not sure how he got an education, but he was literate. He was a businessman. He had, again, land, everything. He was conscripted into the Confederate Army and forced to join the Confederate Army because he could read and write, and most people at that time couldn't read and write. And he would be able to help read the maps, read all the orders, and all those kinds of things. So he was serving with the Confederate Army at Missionary Ridge, just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's right across from the city of Chattanooga. And Missionary Ridge was the boundary between the Cherokee Nation and the United States of America. That's why they call it Missionary Ridge. And the missionaries said, the Cherokees could do whatever they want on the other side of it. On the morning of the battle, the Confederates had the high ground. They were all set up on top of Missionary Ridge. They were having breakfast and having their coffee and everything. And there basically was a stalemate. The Union Army was down on the other side of the river and at the base of the mountain, the Missionary Ridge. And General Ulysses S. Grant was the general at that time. And he was trying to figure out, now, what are we going to do? How are we going to get them off the top of the ridge? Well, there was a miscommunication. They thought General Grant told them to charge. So the Union Army started charging up the Missionary Ridge. The Confederates were having their breakfast, coffee, juice, everything. And so the Union Army came up Missionary Ridge, and the Confederates got up and started running. So they captured several of them. One of them they captured was William Balis Sizemore. So he got captured at the Battle of Missionary Ridge. He was sent to the Union POW camp in Rock Island, Illinois. And they told him that if he would renounce the Confederacy and join the Union Army, they would let him out, which they did. He renounced the Confederacy, joined the Union Army, and let him out. At the end of the war, instead of sending him straight back home, because they had armed all these black troops, the United States was afraid to send him straight back home. So for a while, they sent him to Texas. And the unit that he was in fought against the Comanche, the Southern Cheyenne, and the Southern Arapaho. So he was a Buffalo soldier before he finally went back home. And so then he goes back home after that.